Montez in the middle, and Afolabi Laguda over here. Just a reminder, please use the mics. He's got one over there.
Afolabi, just your general thoughts. I mean, this is one you guys have been pointing to for a long time, and to have it turn out eerily similar to last year, what's just the general feeling and disappointment you guys are feeling right now?
We just didn't handle business. Simple as that. Just got to come out next week and prepare for UCLA and move forward.
Steven, did it feel like this just kind of snowballed on you guys in the second half?
I mean, I thought we were moving the ball fine down the field. I thought we were moving it well. But I mean, just point blank, you can't throw 3 picks and expect to win a game. You just can't do it. You can't have three turnovers and expect to win a game. You just can't do it. So that's on me, and I gotta take that, go watch film, take this into practice, and just get better and just learn from it.
For all three of you guys, starting with Rick, it seemed like this game unfolded sort of like that Pac-12 title game. First quarter touchdown, down 1 possession at half, and then it got away from you. Did it feel like that out there during the game? Did you find yourself thinking about that game?
Didn't really feel like that. Kind of just play the game as it goes. But I guess defensively, we didn't get enough turnovers. We kept giving the offense too much of a field to have to work with. I think that's one thing we have to work on.
Steven, can you kind of walk us through what you saw on that pick six?
All right, so I came out. I saw I want to say that was too high. I saw the corner. He was pressed and then bailed. And we had like an undercall, which is like a 5-yard in route. And so I was thinking, all right, corner bails, we should have it. So right when I released the ball, I saw I want to say it was the nickel, buzzed right under it, and just right when he caught it, I just tried to catch him, try to push him out of bounds, something, but he just outran me. Bad decision, extremely bad decision.
For Steven, how much did the weather affect what you guys were able to do today, you
I don't think the weather played a part at all, to be honest. It's not like the ball was slipping out of people's hands. It was just bad decisions.
Steven, there were a couple of little things besides the picks. When you went to slide for the first down and you slid a little short, there just seemed to be these tiny things that got magnified. What was going on for you as this was all happening?
I mean, I was just trying to play football. That's really all I was doing. I was on that third down, I just got to know down and distance. I got to know I got to put my head down and go run him over or try to make a miss or do something to go get that first down. Definitely can't slide on 3rd and 5 and come up short. Can't do that.
For all three of you, any one of you, what do you take away from this game and how do you move forward?
We got to learn how to finish as a team. That was our first real test in the Pac-12, and we kind of dropped the ball. So we just got to keep moving forward, keep practicing hard. Good things will come of it.
Fo, you guys proved that you could come out there right out of the gate and match them, their physicality. Were you happy with the way that you started this game?
No, not at all. We went down. We were down at halftime, so really didn't start that well, honestly. And we didn't win the game, so no, I wasn't happy at all.
Steven, the first drive just seemed to be exactly what you would want to draw up. How did it change for you to get away from that type of real efficient movement? What was happening that got away from that?
I mean, I thought we were efficient. I thought we were driving the ball pretty well up and down the field. We were getting past the 50-yard line. We were moving the ball well. We were running the ball well. We were throwing it well. And just the picks, they just stopped those drives. They just shut what we were trying to do down on offense.
I'm not sure any of you guys were on this unit, but that punt block seemed like kind of a big turning point in the game. Were any of you out there, and did you sort of know what happened at that point?
Yeah, I was out there. It was a punt save lift. We worked on it in practice all week. We just didn't execute what we were coached to do. And, unfortunately, we got the punt block. So when that happens, I mean, I've never seen a team get a punt block and win a game. That's kind of rare. So it kind of killed us.
For Rick, before the game, Coach MacIntyre mentioned that he thought this Washington team was even better than the one you guys played last year. could you tell much of a difference in sort of how high-powered they were? The game sort of unfolded similarly, but how were they maybe different?
I mean, they had a lot of guys returning, especially offensively. They were all older guys, so it wasn't. They had that year of experience playing, and they know who they are as offense. They know what they want to do. They know how to do it, and they're real efficient about what they do.
Steven, on the second interception, it looked like you're scrambling and kind of trying to take a shot. Was that because of the flag and you thought that maybe it was a free play and then it turned out to be against the Buffs, or you just wanted to take a shot at that point?
At that point, I thought we had some pretty good momentum going with us, so I felt like taking a shot. I felt like Shea could go out there and beat him and just hopefully get a nice touchdown, but overthrew him. And then just the rest is kind of history. It's on film.
So obviously, last year's game, you guys had to sit for a while and wait for the bowl game. Is it a good thing you guys have a game in a week? You guys can quickly move on from this and learn from it and have UCLA next week?
I think it's a good thing. It's definitely humbling when you take an L. You just got to keep pushing, and I think we're going to keep pushing. I think we'll bounce back. We're going to practice hard this week, and then we'll see how the trips fall next Saturday.
Steven, on a couple of those plays downfield, it looked like you were holding onto the ball. Were all your receivers down the field covered, and did you have kind of a mental clock going on in your head?
They were kind of just playing some soft zone stuff. So, I mean, some of the routes were covered. Some of them, I mean, they just zoned it up, and they fit it well, and then they were I mean, they're a good football team. They're a good defense. We just got to be better. We got to go in, watch the film, and just come out ready for UCLA.
For any of you guys, obviously the game just happened. You need some time to digest, but do you still feel like this is a team that can compete for the Pac-12 title and be in position late in the year to win it?
Most definitely.
Yeah,
most definitely.
Washington lost the game last year in the Pac-12. They won the Pac-12 championship, so.
Rick, what were your thoughts on Washington's offensive line, and what do you think was the main reason you couldn't stop their run tonight?
They're very physical. They had a lot of guys returning, and they have good running backs. They know what they do. They know how to fit the run, and I think just eventually, as the game went on, they were just wearing us down a little bit. But we kept fighting. But slowly, a good team like that, they're gonna grease you if you give them the chance.
For Rick and Afolabi, it seemed like after the first half, start of the third quarter, the weapons that Washington has on offense that we all know about, remember from last year, obviously Jake, Miles Gaskin, and Dante at wideout, it seemed like they really started to become more of weapons, more of a threat as the game went on. Any thoughts on just how they kind of started to turn things into bigger gains, wear you down a little bit on defense?
They were just efficient. They played together last year. We're gelling as a new D, so I guess that experience of being in those situations at crunch times, them big moments, I guess they shine, and I guess they made the plays that they were coached to do.
All right, we've got time for one more question. I think Coach is on his way. Anyone else? Thanks, guys.
Appreciate you guys.
Just a reminder, please use the mics. Coach, you can start whenever you're ready.
Yeah, Washington finished the game off strong tonight, and we didn't. They made some really good plays. They're a really good football team, and better than we were tonight. I'll take any questions.
Mike, is that just the difference between some of the elite teams and other teams, is how good they are at capitalizing on mistakes? I mean, the punt block, the interceptions they took advantage of, they're so good at doing that. Is that kind of what the difference is between some teams?
Yeah, they made good plays, and we made bad plays.
Coach, excuse me, I'm sorry. Yeah. You talked kind of all week about the importance of stopping the run now. Although you guys did a good job on the first half, it kind of seemed like they wear you guys down toward the end. What were your thoughts on that?
It was pitiful by us, the second half, stopping the run. We should be better at that, and we weren't. So we got to find a way to get better at it on that part of it.
Like with Steven's game tonight with the 3 interceptions, what do you What do you hope he takes away from this game?
I don't know. I'll meet with him Monday. I hope he takes away not throwing the ball to the wrong color jerseys, but I hope. But I'll meet with him on it Monday.
Mike, I'm sure in the game you're not thinking much about it, but it just seemed like this played out so much like the Pac-12 title game. Touchdown early in the game, one possession, to go at halftime, and then things kind of got out of hand. What do you think is the reason behind that? Did you feel like your guys were still in it at halftime, and what was kind of the mood in that locker room?
Oh yeah, we were in it. It was we were in it, and we were moving the ball and doing pretty good against them on the run. And the guy made a unbelievable catch on that post route. I still don't know how he caught it. Had two guys all over him. It was a heck of a catch. They just made more plays than we did, and we screwed some things up.
Like you said about Steven, that he's going to make some bad plays now and then. You just hope there's more good plays tonight. There obviously wasn't. But is this a game that you never like to lose, but is this a game that can be good for his maturation as he grows as a quarterback? He's still just young in his career.
Yeah, I definitely hope so. I definitely hope it can be. It needs to be as he watches the film and talks about what we're doing, and we got to find out maybe more ways to help him, so to speak, as we watch and look at it and talk to him.
Sorry. Can you just talk a little bit about your defense tonight? It felt like they really gave you chances to win time and time again. Were you happy with what you've seen out of them? It felt like after a while the dam just broke.
Yeah, I thought we played hard on all sides of the ball. I really did. I didn't think there was a lack of intensity or physicalness or that type of thing. We just screwed up. They had that one long run there at the end. That was kind of a. I mean, the game was already basically over, of course, but that was a tough one to swallow. But I thought that they played hard, and we still have to be able to. Should have stopped the run better than we did. There's no doubt in my mind, but we didn't.
Mike, I don't even know if you need to watch film before you really know exactly what happened, but on that punt block, what was sort of your view of the play, and what do you think went wrong?
The way it looked to me, they had two big guys that ran into our guys and knocked our guys back. And there's another thing we should have done on that we didn't do up front that would have helped that. So there was a mistake made. But they still shouldn't have run through our shield and blocked it.
Mike, how do you bounce back from this one now?
You do like you always do. You go back on Monday, and like everybody always says, but it's the truth. You go back and go to work and keep working, and then play another. Find out who's healthy. We had one of our starters was out tonight. Hopefully he'll get back, and then hopefully we didn't get anybody hurt today. I'll really find out that probably. Is it tomorrow yet? I'll find out that tomorrow.
How do you pack this up and take it on the road?
What?
How do you pack this up and take it on the road? Like, how do you prepare to play on the road after
Just like
4 straight games at home?
Just like we always do. We'll practice and then head out of here Friday and get down there. We play a night game there, which will be half an hour later than we kicked off tonight, really. So it'll be fun playing in the Rose Bowl and playing against UCLA. They're really a good football team, and I don't know how they're doing tonight against Stanford. I don't know what happened with that game, but they got a great quarterback. And the last time we went down there, it was a crazy game. We gained all kind of yards but lost. And last year's game was a unique game, I guess the best way to put it. A lot of penalties, a lot of different things. So it'd be a heck of a football game.
Mike, you come into this season talking about the expectations of winning the Pac-12. Talking to your guys earlier about it, they, without hesitation, said they still expected that, and that was their goal. Washington lost a game in conference last year. But after this game, do expectations change at all for you? Do you have to sort of look deeper at these
I sure
guys?
hope not. I hope that we'd always just keep plowing along, going. Teams have won it before with 3 losses, I think. And you just keep playing. You never know what happens. Everybody can kind of beat everybody. This is the best team technically on the north, I guess, that we played, and they're a really good football team and really well coached, and they beat us tonight. And we got some things to keep working on and improve on, like you do after every game. But they kind of like Brian said, they take it when something happens, they make it pay for it, and that's what good teams. That's true. That's what good teams do. We have to be able to do, and we do that too. We'll do it different times this year also.
Coach, what was the mood like in the locker room with all the hype going into this game? What was the mood afterwards?
Oh yeah, they were definitely down, no doubt about it. They were excited about playing the game. They wanted to play well, and just didn't finish it like we wanted to. But they, definitely down, and they'll bounce back and go get ready to go. Got another one quickly turn around. We got a ton in a row here, so we'll just keep playing.
Like a two-part question for you. What's the injury with Jay? And
Jay has a sprained foot. One of the ligaments on his Liz Frank was, I don't know. You have to ask Adam Holliday, but he hurt it in the game, but he's able to play. But after the game, he hadn't really been able to walk. So hopefully, it'll heal up. They don't think it needs surgery or anything. So hopefully, it will.
And then just the second part of that, Juwan steps into that role.
Uh-huh.
You talk about him really getting his first chance to play a lot, and had several catches. And
yeah, he made some good catches. Going into the game, we had already prepared to know how to attack them, and that position was going to catch more balls in this game because of the way they played. And so it was good to see Juwan do that and step in there and made a few plays for us. And so it was good to see him do that.
Michael, out of rain before this game, no Ralphie running. I saw the Washington guys were warming up without shirts on, but for you guys, any impact for weather today and what you hope to do?
No, I don't really think it. Thank goodness it wasn't as raining during the game as hard as it was like about 45 minutes before the game. Kind of pulled off and just kind of drizzled. So I don't think it really had any impact on the game. It might have had on one or two. There was a couple bad snaps, but I think by both centers it kind of slipped. They kind of made a couple plays, and we had a couple of bad snaps. So I think that probably had something to do with the rain, those type of things. But I don't think there was. I think everybody was able to throw well with it. I think everybody was able to run their routes and cover. I don't think the footing made a big difference in the game.
Any more questions?
on your offensive line, you went with the same group as last week. Is that something you guys are comfortable with that group now, or?
Well, we'll go look at the film and check that out. Go look at the film, but we will, and see if we need to make any changes or do anything. And we were, it was kind of watching the game. I got to go check it out. It just seemed like we'd moved the ball to about the 38 or 40-yard line and then screw it up. We just couldn't kind of get past that mark. We had two plays in the first half. We had guys running wide open. We missed an overthrow on one. Devin would have gone 70 yards for a touchdown. And then another one, we got sacked, and Philip Lindsay's running wide open. So those would have been – they were all on the same drive, so it would have only been one touchdown. But could have had it on the same drive on I think it was our second or third drive. One of them, they did a great job and sacked us, and the other one we just missed the throw, which happens sometimes.
Coach, it seemed like there were an abnormal amount of low snaps in this game. Was there an issue that Tim was having?
That's what I'm saying. Maybe the ball being wet might have caused a little bit of that problem. Not sure, because sometimes we try to get it in there. He grabs it. That was probably part of it, but we got to make sure we fix that. We'll play in another rain game. We got to make sure that doesn't happen.
Coach, between the overthrowing of Devin, the face mask on third down, I think it's safe to say you guys had your fair share of mishaps tonight. When you go back to the drawing board, how do you kind of go and correct those types of things?
Well, the throwing, we work on it all the time, trying to keep it on the red line. I mean, you don't make every throw. You're not perfect all the time. It just hurts when they're wide open. And then so he'll just got to keep working on it, all our quarterbacks. And then the face mask, he was trying to duck out of the way, trying to grab him. He just grazed the face mask. He didn't pull him down by it. That's why I didn't understand why it could have been a 5-yard penalty, not a 15. But I don't know. That's the way they ruled it. But sometimes that happens. I mean, you're trying to run at the guy. He ducks underneath. He wasn't intentionally trying to do that. Just unfortunate break, to say the least.
Coach, just with the picks tonight from Steven, the first one just bounces off Phil's hands, a little unfortunate. The second, maybe Steven was trying to do a little bit too much, going deep, going for it all. But the third one, was there anything mental about that? I mean, having thrown 2 picks, what's kind of your take on just those interceptions tonight?
You know, yeah, I mean, you kind of explained it all. I don't really have much of an answer after that. I mean, you know, the one he threw out in the flat there, the guy stepped in front of him and went to the house. I have to look at what happened there. I think they dropped 8 people, and I don't think he saw that guy dropping out there because I think he was acting like he was coming and he dropped back, and I just think he didn't see him.
Time for one more question if anyone wants it. All right, thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.